everyone. It's been a while, and welcome back to the Plight of Princes. And last we left off, they found one! Or more, an NPC divine intervention to one back. I'm sure that won't have any lasting repercussions. But, aside from one of the princes being returned, we had cut off at the end of the stream. We had lost some people due to connectivity issues. Other people straight up fell asleep because people don't know how to schedule their sleep. Aside from that, we had the Paladin Wittick getting an opportunity to commune and trying to speak to an entity known as Primus, though he was unaware of who was calling him directly. And the clerical NPC who was assisting him didn't study, so she was remembering from a few strands of information. Eventually, Mechanus gave Wittick an offer, an opportunity, a trial. And he must now go and dispose of things which should not be, not too far away from where he currently is. And as the last silences away, you come out of the commune. Faith has pulled away her hands from you. And you're just there in the moment, holding to yourself, looking around. What do you do?
Right. Well, thank you, this Faith. I'm gonna have to go grab the party.
Oh, you have... Okay, well, you got through to them then, did you? What did they say?
Basically, I, have been given a trial.
Oh, that's never fun. She just points up to her missing eye.
I hope not that.
Well, I do worship Odin, so...
Ah, right. Well, in any case, apparently, a castle I know of, actually just recently that I know of, kind of apparently has, creatures in it that need to be disposed of.
Okay.
And once that's done, I'll apparently be a follower of theirs then.
Huh.
So...
Well, you're not the first paladin to get tossed around by a few, so...
Yeah.
And that's odd. You have one that is just chaotic, and then you have one that is just entire order and order alone. But at least nothing on the evil side of the spectrum. Yet. That bottom part, don't be in the good while you're in the bad. You gotta stick in one of those.
Yeah. But the other thing, which is kind of weird, is he was saying something along the lines of making me inevitable.
In which Faith rolls a history check.
May as well not, because it's her and her history check.
No.
8. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds foreboding.
Neither do I. All I know is he said about remaking me whole again, at least in terms of, I guess, ditching the wood and going just all metal. Sorry, that was my emergency contact button. Sorry.
Wittick could never get a whistle like all the other people, so he had a horn.
Oh my god.
He just raised up a couple of centimeters, like, oh, sorry, I had some bad oil today.
I'm picturing it's like it sounds like Carlo. It's that thing when he like if you're in a really deep conversation, it's like Wittick, just know, and they put the hand on the shoulder and they just go, and it's like,
With it, code red.
That was Wittig farting. There's some eggs the other day. Just redoing something to his system.
The humans tried to make me eat food, and it does not work.
Fair.
I like to imagine when Winnick goes backwards, you start going.
So
Vehicle is reversing.
It's only because you're a robot.
Fantastic fucking stop.
It was like, just because one, I am a war, we're just like, right. Anyway.
No, we're allowed to have a breakdown because the country is on fire right now.
Anywho.
Yeah, so, well, firstly, you got through, so well done. Secondly, you now have a job from him. Poor bastard, good luck. Not because it's Primus, but mostly because I keep trying to tell people this. Just because you can call a god's attention directly on top of you doesn't mean you should. Because then you have a god's attention. Now what? And ignore what I just did. Ignore that. I've earned my dues with him. I get to call him in. It doesn't always work, but sometimes. Speaking of, I'm going to go speak to my brother. And she just begins pulling herself up, collecting up the bits that she has, leaving the waste bits of food and everything else there, and putting all of her candles, incense that are left, and just begins like packaging it up into a bag.
Oh, and for what it's worth, I grab my coin purse and take 10 gold out for her. Thank you for this. Put it in her, clasp it into her hand.
Mother said never said no money. But thank you, that'll help
She decided to take the time to help me out, so.
That's appreciated. I'll give it to some kids later. I have to go and start doing food and water again. Oh, yeah. I will have to do that afterwards, but for now I'm going to be a bit selfish because there's food for plenty of everyone and it won't run out for at least 3 more days. I'm going to go speak to my brother.
And I'm probably going to go see about gathering the party.
Before venturing forth?
Yes.
Excellent. Best of luck. And I hope you're not brought into conflict between the two of them.
I guess I'll find out.
Good luck. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Thor tried to move in on Odin, but thankfully they were in the same pantheon. It worked. Where Odin just said no, because there was a hierarchy. But when they're different pantheons, you must.
I guess I'll find out how that's gonna work.
I'm stuck thinking of metal giants, as she says, and just walks away. So, let's see. Which one
I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to go. I'm like, let's see. Where the hell are people? That is the issue.
You know, if you probably followed the king and crew in.
Yeah.
You may know, Lunara went into town. Lo, shortly after, also went into town, but they went in separate ways. Posey is Posey, more or less. Serenus and King, I basically just said you're with Kika and crew who might be moving. I think you guys are moving in towards the keep, aren't you? Okay. That's all good.
Although, if the king and queen and co are gonna take prosperity, yes. Give me a second. and go into like a separate room? Is it going to be easier just to be like, we reassemble eventually? Because if they're not going to engage with us, it might be easier than trying to harass everyone.
They do go into a separate room, and then after a few minutes, you just hear a thrum of magic as a magnificent mansion is made.
Yeah, I seem to recall that this is where they left us.
Yes.
Nezanar does not go in with them, though.
Yes, I was following Nezanar with dubious success.
At present, not trying to stealth, Nezanar begins making a way back to some sort of. He begins moving away towards a private space. Do you follow him, or?
I'll keep my distance till I work out vaguely where he's going. Like am I in the castle at this point?
You would be in the castle, probably. It'd be a case of.
I'll go a little further, but if he goes like into a room, I will back off and go find the others.
Well, just make a stealth check just for keeping a bit of track on him then.
I am invisible, but that doesn't necessarily matter.
It can. It means
I'll lock it.
Okay, you can lock that.
Marginally better.
Do you get advantage because you're invisible?
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
Yes.
So if you're lucky, roll one more.
Wow.
Well, that's
Great.
5. It only save you some time.
You keep following behind it. There's a moment where you just kind of shuffle your foot a little bit too much at one of the corners, and you pull yourself almost immediately back, and you're just peering up as his hood is down, the eyes just closing the back, and just keep moving. It eventually goes with a heavy sound. You can just begin hearing stuff clattering in a room once he closes the door.
Yeah, I'll leave at that point. If I think he's got to his area, out. I just wanted to see if he was up to anything.
You can hear from the room as you leave, thrashing.
I stop. Character versus player. What do I want worse? What does Fuzzy want? I'll stay like a beat more. Like, does it sound like combat, or does it sound like he's throwing a tantrum? That's a bad phrase, but you know what I mean.
It
Like,
doesn't sound like he's in a fight. It doesn't
No,
sound like
he just sounds like he's... Yeah, okay. I will leave. I don't want to be anywhere near that, thank you.
Okay.
And if he's in trouble, he'll be fine, isn't it?
If he dies, he'll get up there.
If he dies, I win approval points with Varys somewhere off in the distance. I just get a little notification on the screen being like, this is Varys Valorant.
Why did I get +5 for him? I'm sat here eating a bagel.
Yeah, I'll go and find...
Become your friend.
I will go and find... I was going to say Varys. I will go and find the party that I think are probably not with the main crew. So either Widdick, King, Runara, just other people.
Sorry. I have a viewing on Monday at 2 p.m. for the
Hey!
Nice.
I'm out to Gap out of
Hell
here
yeah.
on my lunch break. I'm gonna take a late lunch break. I'm gonna go do that.
Oh, I hope it's nice. Hope you like it.
It's a gorgeous place. Can I just take 5 seconds? I want to immediately reply to this. I don't want to give it a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Do it.
I would say roleplay amongst yourselves, but we're all separate.
Yeah, should we... Okay, team, out of character. Is there stuff that people want
Nemo,
to do?
Saren. Okay, Nemo, Saren, and Kika. You're together. Go.
No, it's fine. But, like, is there stuff that people want to interact with NPCs-wise, or is it going to be easier to be like, after a while, we reconvene?
Yes, there is some stuff that I want to
Because
do.
I don't know if Kika... There is stuff you want to do. Okay.
For
then
me,
that's
as far
easier.
as I'm aware, I'll be happy to just reconvene later because
Yeah,
Kika wants to be
we'll-
like near, but she doesn't have anything herself to say, and she doesn't know how to help, or if she can
Yeah.
even can help.
I mean, I can just shoot around with you for a little bit, Blue, if you want.
Yeah.
Or walk I'd say we're walking like.
I'm picturing like literally like a waiting room where like the door to the magnificent mansion is, and the rest of us are just waiting outside, and Kika's just like pacing backwards and forwards and backwards.
And
and
I'm just grabbing. Okay, that's happening then, and I'm just gonna keep picking up a stone and kind of like try to skim it across the ground for some reason. Just be like,
One of the
Three,
stones,
there we
one of the
go.
stones gets skimmed down the hall and down a few steps, and you hear from down below, ding! Ow.
I just I quickly like move away like against a wall like.
Like the kid kicking rocks, and you just hear your neighbor go, "Arr!"
I'm just like nothing happens.
Up in the castle.
Yeah, I was gonna say swap.
Why do you keep pacing around? You're kind of, and I'm just watching back and forth as they just pace.
Cause I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he's okay. I assume he's okay because he's back now. But I know that they need their space, and you know they've got a lot to talk about. I feel like I should be doing something, but there's nothing I can do. And
I'm just gonna approach and just kind of like stop you in your path, put my hand on your shoulder, like, look, okay, a lot has gone on. Yes, you know, they've come back. It's great, and everything. You have 1,000 questions, and you just want to love them loads. I understand that. However, if you're pacing around like this, you're gonna make them more worried. What you need to do is you need to just take a deep breath. You know, you want to maybe fly up a little bit and just like relax in the higher air. You know, that could help. You need to be strong for them, and you know you've got this. And like I'm like, and then near the end, Sarah is kind of like trying to think of a way, some inspiration words will come to me. Kika, do not worry. Just take a breather. I'm going to take out a stone and be like, hold this stone, right? Well, you've got that stone, right? You're strong and fine, okay?
okay.
It's a magic stone, okay? It's got power to keep you calm.
Careful, for some birds that's basically a marriage proposal.
He is correct, but not for these birds.
Kara looks at him and goes, "We're not parrots. We're not penguins, you ignorant slut."
I didn't say it in
It
character.
was out of character.
It's a worry. It's like a worry doll, but of stone.
Is this the one you threw at the dragon?
No. I like the spectre of blood. And I backtrace and go, yes, it is. And then I slowly just kick behind my feet the rocks where I clearly didn't just grab it from the ground about 10 minutes ago. Yes, it's a very magical stone.
King is going to look at her and say, "Did you hear about the man who stole a set of encyclopedia?"
I
What's
did.
encyclopedia?
I think I did, but I think he got lost for words.
Polite golf clap.
Thanks, guys. You always manage to make me feel better.
Love's not there. Sorry. Das knows where Lo is. Das knows where Lo is.
She gives you each a hug.
Hey, I'm just gonna turn to King. Hey, King. You know, I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel once.
I see.
And yeah, Master never really told me the rest of the tale.
Fuck's sake.
Do you want a stone as well? They're magical.
He's just giving out rocks.
I have enough magic, thank you.
Hadrian, Serenus, giving tiny orbs to people they care about.
Although I must admit I have my own concerns at the moment. I'm not
What-
sure I'm not entirely sure we should have left the matter of Zero to, well, our very angry friend.
We weren't really given that wasn't our decision to make.
This is true. And although all the facts do not necessarily line up for me, and I certainly am emotionally compromised in regard to aiding this kingdom, when the emotion of my kingdom would be very much to punish those who enslaved us. But I don't know. It all strikes me as odd.
Well, yeah, everything's odd.
There's nothing really normal about this whole encounter.
Things being odd is the normal way of things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you can see how they came into, we got them back like that. You don't just normally do that on, like, the midweek kind of thing. There's a lot of things going on. But I said I do understand your concerns, and maybe once things are a bit settled, maybe we can, speak to them and get a bit more knowledge into just everything, really. But,
I mean, we can try, but it's
True.
certainly one of those things that everybody always shuts up about as soon as it even vaguely gets mentioned. I mean, I don't know what you think we can do.
We can do a lot, but we are somewhat surrounded by enemies at the moment. Looking at the particulars of just one of them is not really our focus. Especially since what they seem to be saying of that Zero character seems to be he is quite tricky to flush out at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, like, my master did once say, knowledge is power, so the more knowledge you gain, it's always handy.
This is true.
Also, told me about the 3 clams. I never understand that either, but I digress.
You mean you don't know how to use the
Fucking
3
God.
clan?
No, we're not doing it.
Whoa.
You're not there with it. You're busy having a seance.
I know.
Aaron's trying to stop this before it begins.
That's why he's the paladin of order.
Yeah.
I did, I was raised inside of like a forest kind of thing, People don't come easy.
You were raised in a forest and you were sent to the Feywild every summer. Like summer camp.
Clams are, I needed to learn the 3 clams. Either way, King, I said, I'm just gonna like, what, Kika's like, I don't know what Kika's doing, maybe like looking at the stone or something like that. I'm just gonna kind of like, push King away to the side for a second. Is your familiar around, King?
No, it is currently somewhere else. I had it delivering a message. Should be waiting for me in a place name here.
Port Last, I believe.
The school name!
Luskan.
Nope.
It's in Luskan.
Luskin.
Luskin. They went to talk to the maids.
Well,
It was where the school was. I specifically told them to go to the school to go talk to the maids. Was that Port Luskin?
That was Luskan.
No,
Luskin and Port Last are 2 different places. Luskin is the place.
Oh, right.
So they're a bit up the high road. A little bit. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna like promise something. I do understand your concern around this individual, and I do think we should maybe. I look over to Kika, not tell the party about possibly looking into them, just for the safety, if you agree with me, King.
I do not mind, being that he's such a bane to mine. he his mind eludes me. I don't understand his reasoning, but perhaps I don't understand his hatred towards these mind flayers. Like, I understand they're bad things, but I don't know. I don't know enough about him, sorry. If anyone was to know the most about him with Among Us, it would be Wittick. But it seems strange for druid behaviour as far as I know, wouldn't you think so?
I'll just lean back slightly. Yes, I know it's a bit unorthodox of myself. However, the circumstances that have been happening over the last couple of days, much concern is needed for anything. I mean, I'd let you know. I'm thinking back to just everything that happened with, everything that happened in the sea, in the ship, and the encounters we've had, everything that happened in the Neverwinter Castle, and the secrecy around this. I mean, for my personal safety and the safety of the party, I'm concerned. There's a lot of as I told you before, knowledge is power, and currently we know very little.
We will inquire with Wittick again, but I worry we are spread too thin. We have too many front lines.
You have a point. Either way, I just wanted to address that with you. And then, like a snap of something, I'm just going to turn back to Keith and go, "How's the stone?"
Smooth. Very smooth.
Ooh, I know, it's very smooth. Yes.
I'm surprised that you said that this is magic, because magic stones often have holes in them. Did you know?
It's a special type of magic. That's why.
Maybe it just hasn't got it yet.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. It's just
from the corner. It's a late magical bloomer.
Leave it at the bottom of a river for a long time. I'm not the stone expert here. But I'm to understand that helps stones obtain some magic.
Maybe. I don't know much about that. I tend to just go fishing in rivers.
Yeah, you can't really ask our cockroach to leave things in a river and, wait a few years to go back and get it.
Quiet, disembodied voice, we're having a conversation.
There, looks at you. What?
I said, just keep it close.
I will.
Anyway, more importantly, and I pull out some notes, I do have some information for Posey regarding her homestead.
Oh?
Ooh, that'd be
What did you find?
handy.
Mostly seems good on the law front. Doesn't look like she'll be up for any charges or anything.
Huh.
Thank God we got the legal side done. Whew.
She will be responsible for the land itself, its tending and its care. It's currently not beholden to anyone in particular as far as I can tell. But of course, once that might be because there's currently monsters there, and you never know who might come knocking once there are not monsters in there and say, this place looks appealing.
I say it does depend on what kind of monsters are inside of it, really. It might just be quite an easy thing, Might just walk in and be fine.
From the halfway down the stairs, you just hear 16 beholders as Faith just walks up and others.
I'm just gonna keep thinking in my head, it's just gonna be wolves. It's just gonna be wolves. It's wolves.
Wittick's probably going to be on the way in a little bit as Faith just walks right, literally inserts herself in. Just heads up, Wittick has a thing now. I think it has something to do with the castle you're talking about, because he said he's only recently learned of one himself. But I'll leave that for him because I'm going to go see my brother.
That could work well. Our enemy seems to have an awful lot of knowledge of things that we don't. A castle that they don't know about may be at least somewhat beneficial as some sort of base of operations.
If it's
Or at
Kragma,
least-
which I'm thinking of, it's going to be a pain in the ass for anyone to get anywhere near it just because it's in the woods.
We'll
If
talk to
only you
Wittick.
could fly! And she just like opens the door and as she does, a blade just gets pointed like, "It's me, you idiot!" As one of the King's Guard that was there just like exploded. Oh, sorry. Because there was 2 King's Guard inside the room. The moment the door. Asshole. Damn it, Greg. She just like steps in. You just hear from inside.
Greg's really got the worst fucking shift.
Poor
And you
Greg.
just hear from inside someone just going, "You guys shut up, Fred."
See, in my personal head kind of thing, it's just like first day down the job, just come out of night school, like it's great.
School.
Night school. I like.
I was
What do you
trying-
study during the daytime? Night school. What?
Let's go find Wittick.
Uh,
This may be a better course of action than chasing our tails.
I guess. Yeah, okay.
Precisely.
So, begrudgingly from 1 or 2 of you, the party do begin to move down to locate a paladin. It's not
I am-
difficult to do.
Yeah, I imagine I probably run into them on the way out of the castle.
I mean, you could have been stood like 20 foot back the
Yeah,
entire time if you wanted to.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll kind of rendezvous with them as they head out.
Will you take off the ring or will you still be invisible?
I will be invisible when we've left the premises of the castle. I will be walking there, but I will become visible the moment we walk out. What? I was here the whole time.
Then you should have said something!
I did.
That was the disembodied voice.
No, I don't do that.
That one done.
That was scared again.
That's the move.
The Brady Bunch! The Brady Bunch!
He is there.
There was a different gif I was trying to find, but I couldn't.
That one will do. There we go. Right.
But yeah,
Don't find
Posey
everyone
comes and joins us, I'll start handing her notes and stuff.
Yeah. Posey is very quickly overwhelmed, but very eager to hear everything you have to
Congratulations, you have paperwork!
say.
Me with my
Yeah.
apartment.
Congratulations. Now you need to sign here, 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 and here.
Shit. We can go over it in more detail when we camp and stuff, but thank you.
Indeed, it would actually be good afterwards to see if we can get some royal authority to sign off on your ownership of it. It's good to have somebody backing your ownership, even if you have the lease.
I mean, can't you guys just do that? You can vouch for me?
Well, I mean a royal force backing you, because otherwise some small-time lord might want to come in and say, I want this castle.
I mean, you're
Holding
You're
sort of
king.
King puts a good hand on his shoulder and says, I love you dearly, but my kingdom is nothing yet. I have my people, and I declare myself king because I will not disrespect them by pretending not to be.
I mean,
But
what
we
else
have no
is there?
power. You could make a very good queen.
You think? I mean, I have a castle, I'm halfway there. And I'm
Fair enough.
basically a princess.
Yas.
Right, okay. Let's,
You see a paladin in the courtyard having a moment.
this scheme coming out for various friends.
Because I'm trying to remember for sure. Because I'm going on memory because I forgot to watch the VOD.
I got you, what do you need?
When Primus said about what's in the castle. It's a necromancer, right?
There's a
A
creature near you
lich.
manipulating necromancy.
Cool.
I wrote it down in quotes, which means that's exactly what was said.
Good. Okay.
But it was also unnaturally summoned, which I think we all took to mean when I pulled the card, I
You
summoned
summoned a necromancer. Yeah.
Because as part of the premise of the cards,
Yeah.
it's full of monsters. So, yeah, it's a necromantic force of some kind.
Okay, cool. Good. Wait, they're in the courtyard then?
Yeah,
You're
you-
letting off. There's like steam coming out of some of your vents. Are you thinking particularly hard?
Sorry, I kind of honked in front of Faith earlier,
Oh.
so
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh no! Oh dear, that's embarrassing.
yeah.
we have a cousin that's a goose that does that.
Anyway, that'd be beside the point.
He just sits there and goes.
So, I
Gets
was
her
with
eyes
Fate,
set down.
had a little seance, and talked to Primus.
History check.
By all means, kids, make history
Have fun.
checks.
Can I make one, but just for the jokes? Because there's no way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm definitely making a history check on that.
Yeah, you might actually know, King. I'm making one for the memes.
The plane walker here. shocking
Playing a
horror
child. Playing a child knows things.
Yeah, nope.
I rolled higher than King. That shouldn't be allowed.
Well, King also has a +7, so they rolled a 3.
If any of my characters would have the Planeswalker tag, it would be Kika.
Kika, you are aware of Primus as what has been described to you by Samoshi as the world's biggest party pooper. An entity of law and order, which is like a legal system in a city. Nobody likes that there's one there. It slows things down, but everyone is in agreement they need it.
You mean a bureaucracy, not a legal system?
Every party needs a pooper, that's
That's
why
why
they
they
invited
invited
you.
you.
Party pooper.
I thought this was a song and Aaron was improvising. Nope.
No.
No, it's a song.
Party Primus, Party
Party
Primus.
Anyway,
Okay,
Fun.
that's big. That's
Very
big.
notedly, you do know they are a greater deity, which basically means they punch up their weight class.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty big thing to talk to.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
And basically how the conversation went was for me to become a follower, I have to go deal with some things that should not be on the plane in a certain castle that got summoned.
it's not my castle, is it?
Which one's your castle again?
Cragmore.
Oh, hey, it's Cragmaw, yeah.
Oh, hey, you want to join me on a monster hunting quest?
Oh, hey, yeah, that'd be
yeah,
great.
we can, synchronize our calendars on this one.
Yeah, yeah. So, because I mean, I know we said about going to Fandolin, but I think we make a small pit stop there. Get
Yeah,
that all
I mean,
sorted out.
I was saying we should go on the way back, but I'm okay with
We
going
were
on the way there.
gonna.
Yeah.
This
We sh-
sounds like something we can do. We should probably leave messages to the royals that we're going.
Should we do that first?
See about founding a new fortification.
I mean, we need to go find Runar and Lo anyway.
Yeah, I know. But like, are we doing that first, or are we gonna go to Fenley? It's on the way. So first we were gonna go and then come on the way back. But should we do this first?
I mean,
'Cause
if
this
we-
sounds important, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I was saying we should go on the way back because it's not really that important just for me. But if it's like a big thing, thing, we should do that first because that's more important than just me having a castle.
Also,
Even though I would like that very much.
because you know, he told me what might be there. And the reason I kind of say about us going sooner rather than later. Apparently it's necromantic.
Oh,
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
that's manageable.
it's manageable, but it's
I'm
also
glad it's
illegal.
not like ooze. I don't know what to do with ooze, but
What
undead,
do you,
we can handle undead.
what do you mean it's illegal?
Necromancy is illegal.
I said it.
Oh, right.
In terms of the queen and the laws of the main portion of this, continent,
The Sword Coast.
necromancy is not allowed. At least frowned upon, for very sure.
I see, so we're not just dealing with a potential necromancer, we're looking at actual raised dead. Or created dead.
I mean, I have no idea. Necromancy is a pretty big spectrum from what I understand.
Yes.
It is, but my studies of the law, while I was looking up your thing, suggest that necromancy seems to mostly be allowed provided there is no raising of the dead.
Right. I should
One way to find out.
it should be a case, yes. There is some necromantic spells that are fine, but the raising of dead people, other than, holy stuff, I guess, whatever, I'm not sure.
Oh wow, this distinction got way more complicated, way
it-
sooner than I thought it would.
It went far. It took
This
a left
already
field.
got messy. Look,
Yeah.
how about we go, we find out, it's probably awful, because that was kind of my understanding, is that the things within it were monstrous and terrible, and then we can make our mind up when we get there.
Runaris is from Gauntal Grim.
Right.
Runaris, sorry, I said
I'm trying to
Runaris.
remember.
Yeah.
No, it's the other one, isn't it?
What's the other one?
It's
Did
Showa.
Alphaba?
Yeah.
My bad.
I was like, that doesn't sound right. But I don't know enough in character to dispute it.
Because I heard mention of... Interesting. I'm going to get Runara's opinion on this, because apparently there are dead dwarf kings going about.
I
Oh.
don't know about that.
Yeah.
Apparently that's okay, although... Yes, this is going to require further investigation. I do not want to misstep in my practices of the necromantic arts.
All I know
Ignorance
is
of law is
using-
no defense against it, but it's would be beneficial to me if I could find out as much as possible.
I think the main distinction is if you raise something without a soul, that is the problem.
Would you like to make a history or religion check with it?
Sure.
Given the fact of your job and profession, I'll give you advantage, whichever you choose to use.
Which is advantage because it doesn't matter because they're both fucking dumb.
Because they're both bad.
Yep.
16. The issue more comes into the case of returning something to life compared to turning something into an undead. Undeath is the issue. Mostly because on a base level, it's got the issue of people are being forced into servitude, their bodies and souls not allowed to pass on. Whereas it's an entrapment, it's a form of enslavement, which slavery is definitely not allowed in Faerun anymore. So when something like this occurs, and they see that it's like, firstly they find out who's ever responsible and dispose of them as soon as, before trying to manage the rest. Because innocent people, or even people who aren't innocent, no one deserves the fate of enslavement beyond death. That's kind of the general rule of it.
Okay.
Because no matter what happens, no matter whether or not in life it was an agreed on thing, it's always a situation of they no longer have a choice once they die.
Okay.
That's the most you do know. There's probably more for very complicated undead, but you don't know anything about that.
Basically, there's like at the very end subtext when dealing with levels of this amount, blah blah blah, 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 legalese.
About like 16 of those things are just kill on sight.
Yeah.
Or run. Probably just run and report it.
in any case, that's basically the distinction right now.
Interesting. I'll have to cross-reference this against enchanting as well then. Although that is also, of course, a different matter, being that it is not on death. Anyway, it is certainly
Basically,
something I'll be...
don't enslave people. That's the thing.
That we can decide this. We can debate this
Later.
on the way.
Sounds like a plan.
Does anybody know where the others went?
I know
know
Renara
they
went
went
into
into town.
town. Hey,
Jinx.
God damn it.
Okay.
Not
Oh,
what,
that a ca- that
not-
was not a character.
not
I
what
know,
that,
but-
not what that does.
I maybe.
Okay. Does anybody have a way to send a message to them?
No, but you have wings and sight.
I can do that. It's not going to be very good if they're in a building,
Nah.
but I can do that.
Oh wait. Let's see.
Out of character. Girls, the bird.
Oh shit!
The fucking bird.
When I just heard fucking Neverwinter say like, "Oh, I've got an idea," I'm picturing Wit just like open up the side, and a phone just appears. Like, hold on, let me just dial somebody. Like in their body, like you know when you gotta ring it round the. He's like, sorry.
No, actually. I was
Yes,
gonna-
operator. Can I?
I've discovered a way to make Blue burst a blood vessel, and I'm determined to lead into it.
How dare you, after everything I've done for you.
I was also going to say, I have a dog that has keen hearing and smelling. That could go.
Yeah. Okay. I'll throw Blue a bone here because I keep
also-
forgetting
also
that I
have a
have
dog.
it.
I
At
also have a
least get
dog
it
that- don't
identified.
I? You forget I have a dog.
Yeah, I've never had it identified, so I don't know. But I wouldn't have a reason. I'd be like, oh yeah, and then I'll pull out the figurine of the Silver Raven that Blue keeps getting angry that I never got King to identify for me.
It's been like it's been
Dash.
40 weeks.
Yes.
Right, because this makes me realise, because I haven't been doing it a very long time, what actually happened to the dogs? Because I can't actually remember where we last
I
talked
pretty much
about them.
keep them as a rule of thumb that you just have the dogs with you.
Okay, I'm just
You
double
do
checking.
specifically. Whenever
Yeah.
you're not here or something, I just say like the dogs are with him.
Yes.
Okay, I was just double checking.
Yeah,
Where's
they're
my babies?
they're invulnerable and constantly on our person.
I mean, it's been a while though. They must have. I
Been a
think
while.
it started growing, honestly.
Probably.
They
I think it's only been a few days.
they're no longer potatoes. They're no longer puppy
Ellison
potatoes.
now.
They will keep getting bigger.
That joke was just for Ken.
And keep being more and more trouble, I imagine, as they get into puppy stage.
Yes, which would probably be a big issue for heroes running around the world.
Oh yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, no, I wanted to, because people are asking about dogs, just wanted to ask. Anyway, continue.
Oh yeah, King, can you identify this for me?
I
have-
need
had
a
to
ritual
leave
to identify. It'll take 10 minutes.
Yeah. Just while we're doing the rest of this, because it's gonna kill Blue out of character if nothing else.
I try to
I
remind
got
you.
If I
it.
need
I
to
got it
walk-
really bad.
If I
I've
need to
tried
move while
to
this is
remind
being
you.
done, Winnick can just pick me up.
Tried to remind you so many times.
I've got no memory, no brain cell. It's the one I got off the Oni desk, if that helps. I've also had it literally since January.
I was
Just
gonna
set the date on that session. Yeah, it's literally January. He's been reminding me.
We've got nothing.
Give me
I
a
was
sec.
gonna say, I
Alright.
have rope. I could just make a little harness and then put King in the harness and then put it around my back. All right.
But you'd be
have fun
just to carry
identifying.
her, surely.
Oh yeah, no, easily.
Wait very little.
I think I could carry King.
This is handy until you need me to step on a switch or something, and it's like,
Yeah. You're not enough for the pressure pad.
And that's when the
Oh, yeah, it's
stones
like-
come into play. Here, catch. Throw like a bag of
Literally
them.
weigh her down.
What is this, a Zelda puzzle?
It can be.
like it's like pull this lever. Like, I literally have less weight force than the bird who has hollow bones.
I get a strength with +1. Yeah.
Right. Does anyone have anything that Garm can get a little track sent on for either one of them?
I mean,
I kind of tap myself.
Runara has been around the puppies, and that would seem like a very easy thing for an animal to track.
True. Actually, yeah. You can try and sniff me. You can find the dogs.
Do we do a contest? Who can find Runara quickest, me or Garm?
That's the thing.
What would be the reward, kids?
I don't know. Validation.
And there's
A
a
feeling of
castle.
superiority.
So,
Yo, but first, what's this bird?
the it's
Is
Silver
it a
Raven,
bird?
correct?
It says Silver Raven in my notes.
This is a silver statuette of a raven can become a raven for up to 12 hours. Once this has been used, it can't be used again until 2 days have passed. While in raven form, the figurine allows you to cast an animal messenger spell on it at will.
Okay. 2-day cooldown. Animal messenger. Cool. Cool.
The
Thank you.
animal messenger spell is use an
That's it.
animal to deliver message. Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely have, because you have, I know the kind of character you have. So.
You can say the magpie, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is a raven. You're basically using a different stat block, same thing.
Same family. COVID A.
Yeah.
Same day. Are they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
they're
cool.
both
Yeah,
COVID.
they're COVIDs. Yeah, they're COVIDs.
I call them
With
bed
COVID.
bastards.
Why are you making that sound?
Just saying it. It's a reference.
Oh my god! Yeah, sorry. I'm with you.
It sure is.
I was just like, I'm not acknowledging it. I'm not acknowledging it. Of course, I remember it. My fight or flight response gets triggered. So, you have the boot. It just comes out as this silver line bird, pretty much like a miniature skarmory, almost, in the way it is. Except, not as produced on the top head feathers, it's just simple beak. The beak looks almost like a tin color, and the rest of it is this silver thing as it looks up to you.
How's its EVs?
Did King use it? Does King summon it?
No, I don't use it.
No, I was more like a thing of like, that's what it would kind of give me a visual.
Oh, you don't have to attune to it. Great. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we could just do that.
I mean,
That would probably be easier, huh?
yeah, whichever way is easiest to get to contact.
And I'm gonna be. Is
Well,
Gom here?
Yes.
I just kind of gently scratch Gom, and I'm like, I don't think I would really win that, to be honest.
Off, off, off.
It was a fun idea for a contest. We'll do it another day, bud.
Woof. And you just feel that intense weight as he just starts leaning as you scratch.
No.
Good God.
I will die if you put your whole weight on me.
It's a quick-
As he starts leaning over, just, all right.
Mm. I get
It's
the
like,
opportunity to be a big dog. I love it.
It's like when baby elephants want to cuddle into you.
It's like, no.
I will die, but I am accepting my fate.
Gosh.
It's like you have yet to realize your size, baby elephant. I appreciate the gesture, but no.
Do you give Raven Friend back to me?
King.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant.
That's
I
what we
will-
were waiting on. It was like,
I was like,
King,
can I have it?
No, it's like
No, it's like that.
mention that kid would not give it back to you and just say no. Yes,
I don't
of
know.
course.
I don't know, King, yet.
No, that's right. It is D&D. I just wasn't. My brain didn't connect. The
No, you're good. I will
Exactly.
summon it
Oh
because
wait.
why the fuck not?
Oh wait. Free Raven? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Aesthetic.
Free bird.
Fine.
Artistic.
It's free. I hate you so much. I will
Free bird.
also. No.
Is that a burb?
Bird up.
Burb. Burb
No,
is a word. Is that a
stop all
burb?
of
Burb.
this.
Burb.
Lucy, play
All
free
of this
bird.
needs to
Play
stop.
free
All
bird.
right. Okay.
Summon the
roll
bird.
dice.
Summon
You
the
want
bird.
blue? I got blue.
You focus.
I'm
you
gonna
focus in
go
for the moment,
say.
and the bird fleets up into
Oh, go. Go.
the
You're doing a
size of
description.
the size of a bulkier than king's cat raven with silver-lined feathers all the way down. It looks like they're all individual like plates that are like lapped over each other, but the touch is soft almost, and the beak is like a tin color, and two little black beady eyes. Wait, oh. I can't do bird noises.
No, that's fine. Where should we tell Runara to meet us? I can probably send this to go find Runara, and then I'll come back and I'll send it to go find Lo as well. But where should we tell them to meet us? At the front gate? Is there a front gate?
I mean, this
There
courtyard.
was.
There's a southern gate. There's no
Which one do we want?
when it, you know when the town's round. There's no front. There's just
I don't know. I don't know anything.
there's a southern.
Not
there's
only
a
that,
southern.
I mean, we're gonna be getting on the whale to go.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Shall we
it's
just
polite
meet
to
at
get
the
out of
castle
it's,
entrance?
it's
You
polite.
can't
meet us
summon
at
it
the
in
bridge.
town.
It's polite to get out of town before we get on the whale.
You
I mean, we
are
can be
here.
at the bridge and get on at in the river.
Down by the river.
Because then that way we're not, disturbing housing.
The
or anything.
bridge. The bridge. Which direction is it? I can't see the map right now.
West.
Okay.
I wonder if they ever took my advice and hired on that troll we met.
We'll find out.
They're
I'm going
very good
to.
bridge guards.
I'm going to look very intently at the bird, and I'm going to tell it, okay, I need you to go and find Runara, and I need you to tell her that she needs to meet us at the bridge in the west side of town, because we're going to kill some monsters in a castle. Can you do that? Cool. And I kind of... So we can go.
Flies off.
Wow, that's real cool.
Yeah, I've never got to do that before. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll find out.
We
She
are still
literally
missing
talked
our
animals.
loyalty.
She's a straight up Disney princess.
Yeah. Every day I have to send her out.
We are still
Just
missing our
don't make them
loyalty.
explode. That would be great.
Well, yeah, I figure when it comes back, I can just do the same thing again and get low. And then we can just wait.
How many times can you do that?
I mean, it's just here for the next 12 hours, right? So I can just keep doing it.
Just depends how long it takes for you the messages to get around and if someone shoots the
Yep.
bird.
Gotcha.
I will say after the end of that point fight that we had, Stace, where Lo was there, Runara, what have you been doing?
Step one. There's a few things. Step one. Chase some health potions.
Make an investigation check.
Great. I'm great at any intelligence-based roll.
It's almost like you're the character who went off to do it.
Oh, everyone's doing their thing, so...
Yeah, no. You go off, spend some time looking. About 30 minutes or so. The issue is, of course, Neverwinter is in such a damaged state. If anyone is making potions, they're making potions to give out to people who are either crippled, injured, or otherwise need a lot of healing. Even then, the stores will probably be very low.
Yeah, just any that I can find, or any magic stores, or anything like that.
With a 12, you're mostly being hit by people who have none to spare. When you do
Okay.
find someone, it comes to a case of someone needs it, or there's someone who's been injured, has a damaged leg.
Next thing is, along this journey, I want to ask a guard or someone of importance how many orphanages there are in Neverwinter
There,
and roughly where they are.
okay. There is 2 orphanages in Neverwinter. There is the Neverwinter Orphanage, which is the older one of the 2. This one has been around for years and years and years. The Neverwinter Orphanage is, I'll just mark it on the map here, the original one.
I just want to say, I misheard that terribly. I thought you said how many orc ninjas there are in Neverwinter.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
You'll
the
never
truth.
know.
You can't see them.
You can tell how many orc ninjas you have in town. They're bad orc ninjas. We'll say
Next
that
character,
the
Ninja.
orc ninja. You do not see Grog. Right there, I just marked there in white. It's right here. That's the first orphanage. That is the Neverwinter Orphanage.
I mean, they're in stealth via intimidation.
The second one is the Legacy Orphanage for Lost Children. And that has been set up about 10 years ago. Over here.
I will go to whatever one's closest first.
The one that would be closer to you would most likely be the one that is in the older side of town.
And just try and find whoever's in charge there.
Okay. After a bit of time traveling around, and to your note as well, there are still giants in the city, a handful, who are being incredibly useful for the point of, here is a bunch of debris, if only something massive could just pick them up and move it out of the way. And things are still being aided with and moved, and when you get to the orphanage itself, you can just see sat down is I apologize for saying a giant woman. Hair is creased back in red hot flame, almost like fire to the end of the tips of it, with a massive suit of black armor on. And you just see almost like a statue. Next to her is a maw that has been sat with the head down. It's entirely dead cold right now, but looks like it's something that could be lit up to a 15-foot high pole. And she's just there, and you can just see there's a gaggle of kids, probably too many to be just in one orphanage or two, and they're all trying to do their deepest work, and she's trying to teach them giant. So that is on the outside. Do you make your way in?
Yeah, I'll go into the actual. I'll try and find like a manager or
Okay,
just in general. Yeah.
that's all good. You go in and eventually just find this old dwarven man who's... You could tell that the beard's had to be braided a few times just to make sure it doesn't drag against the floor, and even then it's getting ready to hover back down again. He's quite unkempt in regards to just, he probably hasn't had time to bathe or wash a lot lately or clean himself up. And as you enter, and you can just see he begins immediately trying to fix himself up a little bit. The kids, as you're even looking around, the kids seem to be in decent clothes and good gear. And he seems to be just doing something behind a desk towards the front. Can I help you?
Hi. Yeah. Hi. I just wanted to. Are you in charge or?
Hi, my name's Yaran.
Oh, hi everyone. My name is Runara. I just wanted to make a donation if possible.
He just takes a quick... An adventuring type.
I know it's
please.
been a bit of a shit time here, so.
Oh, if you had something to throw away, have you got some food? Have you got some clothes or gear or? What?
Oh no! I mean like monetary, really.
Oh, that would be even better. Most adventurers usually find something that's either something that's magical and a bit kooky, or something that's just fancy clothes or something that they wouldn't use at all, and they toss it in. But no, if you have a monetary donation, please, hang on, I'll need to do something with that ledger there. He just like reaches underneath, takes up a pretty much not dusty ledger that's been opened up, and he opens it up to like one of the back pages of it. It's a page and stuck out on the sides. It's kind of like red and blue kind of case to the front of it, and takes a quill. I just check how much. Firstly, I'll take your name if you don't mind, just to make sure this gets logged properly.
It's Runara. That's R as in Runara. U is in Unara. I'll spell out my full name, like first and last name, Runara Vandal.
Alright, that's yourself. And can I ask, and at this point, as you're looking towards him, he's got now just a pair of glasses, just tiny spectacles, which just put to the front. You can tell there's probably some framing at the side of it that's definitely been cracked, as if, you know, he hasn't repaired these lately.
Oh, actually, you probably should have put my name down. Can you write next to that, just write Posey? That's P as in Posey, O as in Ozzy.
I'm going to keep your name down as well, if you don't mind, just because you're the
That's
deliverer, but you're putting
Yeah.
it against her name.
Yeah, this is in her name.
It wouldn't be the first time we've had someone donating on someone else's behalf if they couldn't make it. Can I just ask how much you're willing to throw to us today, if you don't mind?
Just before I say it, so they've got the ledger like out in front of them with like donations. Can I just see like an average donation amount, like
Make a perception check.
just out the corner of my eye?
This man is about to ruin this whole thing.
At the side of the ledger, you can see that there has been, in the last, bear in mind, everything happened here maybe like 2 months ago,
Yeah.
even. Before that, there have been donations from, and you can see the design of a pig and a moon flying, jumping over a moon, and you can see there is definitely at least a 4-digit donation given in, and very recently you see that there was a donation from His Majesty Sildar Hallwinter for 4,500 gold.
Shit. Okay.
The king's
I've gotta do
going,
it.
no, I have to help kids.
I have to do it now. I'll pull out this small, like out of the bag, this small brown parcel that I've wrapped up with just a bit of string. It's not, I mean, it's not money, but you can sell these for some money. It's just a couple of little gems that we found. That might be worth to you guys.
Thank you. If you don't mind, yes, certainly, please.
And there'll be 2 miscellaneous gems in there, which are worth 2 grand each.
He takes them out and looks at them, and it's a dwarf who you just handed this to. It's like pouring a really good pint next to an Irishman. It doesn't matter whether or not they drink it or they have any association. You look at it and go, ooh. It just, there's an instinct. As he just looks towards it. Good boy, you benefit of the doubt. Oh. Malassi, are you sure?
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we could definitely give these away to the enchanters in town or something else. Everyone is in need of fancy gems like this. We'll definitely pay back, or if
just spend it on whatever the orphanage needs for the kids, food, clothes, rebuilding, whatever you guys need.
Yes, of course. Melissa, thank you very much again.
Oh, it's okay. I've got to go. Before I go, the temples. Is there like a temple near here to end like deity? I'm non-specific. Just
usually there's just like there's I think maybe down, and he just like begins pointing out the door, and you can just see like further along this way to the orange kind of thing here. This kind of reddish symbol here of a building. There's like a taller building there with a few floors, and there are setups for the more normal or expected deities, but if you have a symbol you wish to go and worship at, so long as it's not going to desecrate anything else, you're more than welcome.
oh no, that's fine. It was just a general temple check. Okay, that's brilliant. Well, I mean, thank you for
Oh, you, thank you. He says to me, she says to me as she hands me 2 gems.
We'll probably be back at some point. So I mean, maybe I'll bring Posey along sometime and she can meet some of the kids. And
Could you tell me a bit about her?
she's, I mean, you kind of got to see her to believe her, really. Don't worry, she's something special. You'll like her.
Huh. Well, if she's anything like you, she's a right little hero and made our day. Thank you, my dear.
That's okay. I've got to run. But thank you. And I'll run at the door.
You go out the door.
And I'm gonna head towards the temple.
What languages do you speak?
I mean Dwarvish, if that's what it is.
Dwarvish? And just Dwarvish?
No, Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish.
You can tell that there is definitely attempts at a language being made as the giant is continuing to try and speak them out. And you're not sure if she's half telling a story or if she's actually trying to tell, like teach a lesson. But every now and again, she's beginning to try and get back on track, and another kid will ask another question, and she's not used to teaching, so she's stopping, and then in common begins explaining the story. And you know, as you pass as well, 3 of the kids are constantly referring to her by something, and she just keeps kind of going, that's not my name, but you're sweet. But, you're Cindy now. And they keep calling her Cindy. It's like, Neverwinter, I'll be known as Cindy.
Yeah, I'll just sort of ponder off. I don't stick around.
That's good.
And I'm gonna head towards the temples. Like I said, we don't have to RP all of this. I just want to go and see if I can buy some holy water.
Oh yeah, very easy to do. It's not expensive in regards to like a blessing thing of it. If you wanted to make a donation, even 5 gold would be more than enough to get you about 4 vials of it.
Okay.
That's that with a donation, like.
Yeah, I'll stick like 100 gold down to the temple.
Just 100. No, the 4 vials and the 5 would have been a massive donation.
Oh, that's done now.
Money bags here running around going.
That is all my money as well.
Burning a hole in his pocket.
It's not even mine.
We never use it.
You'd swear it was Neverwinter and myself IRL spending money.
Okay.
Doesn't bring me into this.
And then I will make
I'll
my
drag you
way.
kicking and screaming, you son of a bitch.
And then, however long all this is taking, I'm going to make my way to the Arbor Ruins.
All the time in the world until a bird starts harassing you.
Which means I've got to cross the bridge. So if I meet them on the bridge on the way there, that's potential.
Can I request a drink refill break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
everyone take breaks. Go ahead, take your breaks, kids.
Kels, I'm sorry.
You're killing me.
You don't need to apologise.
You know what's
He's
the worst?
killing me.
You know what's the worst part? You're not the only one doing it.
So sweet. Hello, we're back.
Welcome in. So, Renara is currently making her way down to the Legacy Orphanage of Lost Children. Which of course she named, and of course she got organized because it's her. It's your mommy!
So many jokes I want to make about. Nope, I'm not gonna.
The orphanage.
There were jokes about Legacy's parenting.
Oh, you're dark.
Here's a sword. Figure it out.
She funded it. She does not raise kids there. So, Nara, you are currently progressing down. I will say, because of where the bridges are, it would take... Runara will probably get closer to you guys than anything else.
Also, what other bridges are they on?
I mean, give you guys an idea. You guys were talking in the courtyard? Courtyard used to be here. These are the only bridges.
The bird's going to say meet on the bridge. There's 3 bridges.
So
I said the West Bridge.
West Bridge.
Okay.
West Bridge! And by the way, Renara, as you're making over towards it, you do eventually see a very curious silver small raven flying towards you. It hovers in front of you and opens its mouth, and it is Posy's voice that comes out of it.
Oh my god. Posey, you should have led it with, I've turned myself into a bird.
You know what? I am gonna do that next time because maybe I'll try that with Lo.
Yeah, but we'll have a fucking pain in the
Oh
neck with that.
no, the
Oh,
poor boy.
no.
See, I think you're being 100% serious.
I'll just give the bird a little scritch. Tell her I've got one thing and I'll meet her there in like 15 minutes. Okay?
Flies back.
I don't know if you can reply messages at all.
He opens its mouth.
It's the message spell, so you can respond.
Yeah.
Well, it's animal messenger.
It's the animal messenger.
It's the animal
but
messenger
I don't
spell
know.
that casts the message spell.
I don't know the spell.
No.
No. You just say it to him, and the bird treats it as that's your reply. Flies back, opens the mouth, and it's Runara's voice that comes out. Posey. Now you can think of the antics of, I could tell him I turned myself into a bird.
I know what I have to do. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I'm gonna run to the other. I'm gonna do a little jog just to pick up speed to the other orphanage. Do the same
I
thing.
am grabbing him in preparation for this.
I don't know which
So-
one you want to do first.
If you're just going to go there and make the donation, go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly the same. Go there, find a
The,
chance, give him 2 gems. Pose his name, my name, leave.
The school is... this is less of an orphanage and more of a school. It definitely has the housing for kids, but also there is outside, there is physical areas for training in, and you can tell that there's definitely courses for things to do. You can treat it like an activity center in our world, which just basically means to be taught to be a generic adventurer in... You're going to walk out of here with at least one skill set. You will have multiple if you choose, but you will at least have one.
Next character is gonna be an alt ninja trained in this school.
That can speak giant, apparently.
No, that was the other orphanage.
That was the other one.
He can travel.
Well, I grew up in the orphanage and then I
They
came
have
here
an
to school.
exchange program to broaden their horizons.
There we
Yeah,
go. We've
you're-
done it.
From the north side and the south side of Neverwinter. It's
Kika manifested to tell Legacy that's what's going to happen with these 2 orphanages, and now it's canon.
It's about
Yeah.
broadening your horizons.
Literally the exact same
Says
thing.
the bird.
Drop off 2 gems and a little brown paper package. My name, Runara's name, Pose's name.
Okay.
I'm out.
Excellent. And then you make your way to the West Bridge.
Yes.
Posey! As you have a conflict of morality.
I mean, I've already decided. I just preemptively feel bad. Because I was just gonna look at the bird and like look around to the in a way of like, this is probably a bad idea, but I've committed now. Yeah, look at the bird very seriously. I need you. And she's probably gonna be giggling this whole time, by the way. So this is not gonna be convincing.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
If I could give myself disadvantage on this.
You have.
Like,
you
yeah.
have disadvantage.
No, but like, oh god.
You're trying to lie through a laugh.
Deception?
Yes, with disadvantage.
That's a bad roll for me. Brilliant. She's gonna go. Lo, this is very important. I have been cursed by a witch and turned into a bird. I need you to follow me to meet with the rest of the group. We're gonna go on a great adventure to rescue me. Okay, follow me. And then I'm gonna say no.
The entire time you are stopping.
Yeah,
By
it's
the way,
exactly the way I just delivered it, with like me all laughing in between.
Lo, there is moments where when this bird arrives to you after you got your suit and you told your tales, where there's a moment of nervousness to you until you just hear the bird's mouth is not moving as if it is laughing. It is opening up. It is like the sending spell, like the message spell, but it's just like as if the bird is playing back a recording of someone just giggling while trying to do a prank phone call. It is just not. There's a moment of
Wait, I am going to do something.
Are you
and
gonna
it's-
insight check?
I'm going to insight check.
Yeah.
And it's
You
for
have
another
faith.
reason. Because I just think it would be funny.
Megan, insight check. La 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 la.
Very
I
high.
didn't mean to roll that with advantage.
It would have been the 19
Take the-
anyway.
Would've
Yeah,
been
take
that, yeah.
first roll.
Very high.
Snork ninja on the roof. La la la
La la la la.
I have to put that in my world now. You realize this?
And we're gonna have to fight it at some point. You guys realize this?
Just
Finally, I'm
because
gonna get up to the roof and be like a Spider-Man meme.
Lezinar, the Raven, Orc Ninja, all like. What are you insight checking then, love? You have a really high check.
I am insight. Yeah, that is. I am insight checking
Insight.
the silver raven to check if it's actually cat.
It is not cat. Because cat will go now.
Yeah, it actually sounds like Posy's voice. He's good at mimicking, he's not that good.
This is if Posey is just like speaking through a bird, which is a little off-putting initially. But you've seen weird shit. You've been in the Feywild.
Lo will approach the bird and sort of very delicately, slightly hesitantly, put the hand to the side as if to scratch it, as if it's going to. Just very, very tentative, just to check. Is it going to bite? Is it going to break me? So Moonbeam's been learning new tricks. Hence the shiny feathers and stuff. Neat.
And you just hear Puck saying, "Hey, Lo, you think she's cute, right?"
Something like.
He is snickering behind your ear as he says this.
Oh, screw you!
The bird flies off. Now it's that whole message.
Yes!
Oh, and bear in mind.
Art's living up to his Midsummer Night's Dream heritage.
Wait,
Yes!
does Puck come across in the message, or is it just? Does it sound like?
Puck comes across it.
Oh, I was gonna say, does it just sound like he's saying "screw you" to Posey?
No, no.
No.
Puck has the mischievous enough magic to throw himself into
Mhm.
the line for enough of it. It's never used for power or major manipulation plays, but to fucks with someone?
This is
Power.
Oh god, yes.
just for shenanigans.
It's the Fae.
Never to harm, only for mischief. Posey flies back.
I told Lo to follow it, so I'm like looking for Lo. The bird coming back is kind of secondary.
Yeah, but the thing is, the bird comes back first because the bird is faster.
Yeah.
And opens his mouth, and all that plays, including the puck going, "Thank you, Steve."
Kind of look at the bird. You got good ears, friend.
Question: does the message play out loud to everyone around her, or like
Does the
mentally?
message spell work?
I mean, I'm
Right.
going to assume that the spell is just for the person who sent it because that's normally how spells work.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
And
Cool.
unless the
This is
Silver
what I don't know.
Raven has a loudspeaker function.
Well, it's the animal messenger spell, so just look up the animal messenger spell.
Right, carry on. I'm gonna have a look while this is happening.
I'm pretty
Because I'm
sure it's
curious.
just treated as, it's more just a thing of Puck is the familiar tied to Lo, so he kind of like,
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
very closely connected. Like, can
I'm
literally say.
using the vibe meme shit of, I'm doing it because this is funny,
It's cool
but
as fuck.
also
Cool,
because
cool.
familiars. Exactly. Also familiars, so that's how it works. But
Yeah.
And Puck,
I will say
and
for
Puck,
now, Poe definitely has it. Yes, Poe.
We did that to ourselves. That only you can hear. Carry on.
Puck
Yeah.
would have heard it because I like familiars thinking that way. Same with messages for Garm, we'll hear it if Wittick hears it because he's telepathically linked.
yeah, and I consider Puck an untraditional
Yeah.
familiar in a
Good.
sense.
We don't have to justify it, but I
So-
hear it on our end, is what Kate's
Yeah.
question was.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
you hear it.
Yes, I
You
do.
hear all of it.
It doesn't say that only you can hear.
It does in the
on-
message spell.
No, but this isn't the message spell.
This is
animal
animal
messenger.
messenger.
Yeah, but read it.
When the messenger arrives, it delivers your message to the creature that you described, replicating the sound of your voice. So it says it out loud.
In Roll20, it specifically links the message spell as the word
in the
message.
Book, in the book, it doesn't say the message spell
There we
anywhere.
go.
But it's the
We've
same.
learned something.
25
Anyway,
Roll
words.
20.
Either way.
rules is written. Who gives a shit?
I
Right.
will
Yeah.
say
It's a
this.
spell that I've not really looked
You have
at. So.
you have directed the spell to a person. That
Yeah.
way it's done. If you give it to a person and give the order of saying it aloud, boombox.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, but while we're waiting for the bird to deliver its message, King did want to talk to Posey for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Posey, we are about to clear out your castle of monsters. That is the intent, correct?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm kind of looking forward to it in a weird way. Is that bad?
No, that is fine. Now, regarding my notes of your responsibility of care to the place,
Oh, right, yeah. Yep, responsibility. Mm-hmm. Go on.
understand that this is in no way a permanent thing, and I'd hate to impose, but I feel like I have people who are currently wandering just in carts and whatnot, and you have a castle that needs
Need somewhere for
tending.
them to go.
Would you mind hosting us, at least temporarily?
Can you read minds?
No.
Okay. This is... No, I wasn't gonna get into this, but like, I've been thinking because I don't know what I would do with a castle, and I'm like, well, but there's a bunch of people who need places to go. So if you have people who need places to go, I mean, yeah, they can stay there 100%. I don't need. That's so much space, and I haven't seen it. Maybe it's not safe, but if we make it safe, then yeah, of course.
Thank you. We might, because we are heading there, and we will most certainly get there sooner. I might use my own ways to send a message for them to arrive. They can at least tend the grounds.
Yeah, I would wait for us to get there and clear it, because it might be that like structurally it's not safe, and then I don't want you to bring in a bunch of people and then structurally it's not good. But they're more than welcome there. If I can decide that now. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who
Very
doesn't
well.
have a place to go is welcome there.
That would be wonderful, and I will instruct them that they are to help to work and clean the castle and
Well, they don't have to do
make
that.
repairs and
But,
whatnot.
I mean, if they want to help, then sure.
Having land of their own is to at least borrow and grow crops and whatnot would be very beneficial to them.
Yeah.
King, you were saying earlier about needing someone of higher stature, said, or like noble or something for backing.
Yes, just to ensure nobody invades too readily.
Oh, I actually have something for that. I pull out Rimfang of Neverwinter. I'm a knight now, so it's fine.
You are?
Yeah. So
Wait, that's so cool.
yeah, I have this thing now. As I show Rimfang.
This beautiful, heavy-looking longsword.
Wait, do I have to like give a little like curtsy?
Please God,
I don't. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the dynamic is.
There's probably a whole dynamic to it. I
don't know
not
it.
really caring about it.
Okay, good, because that was a lot of pressure very quickly. Wow. Okay, that's what. Sorry, my whole brain's just gone. That's very cool.
Wittick
Yeah.
knighted and Posey to become a landed elite.
Oh, I don't like it when you say it like that. That
You will
sounds.
be-
I don't know.
You
I
can
don't know.
decide your own title as they are
I
your
can?
own land. That is generally how that works, yes.
you could
Until
be a
unless you
baroness,
vassalage to another kingdom, they are your lands, you may do with them as you please. But that's for
Oh,
a
that's
discussion
so much.
after
Posey?
we see.
Yeah.
Huh?
What? You said my name.
Oh, Duchess Posey, right?
Duchess is fun. I
There's
don't
also
know.
Baroness.
I'm gonna have to think about this very carefully.
Before we get too excited, Posey raises a very good point in that we may get there and it may prove to be on like an active volcano or something.
Yeah, that would be my luck, honestly.
So let's.
On the grand scheme of things that could have happened, being full of monsters is like, whew, I got off so easy. So yeah, we'll see.
And
But
of course, we must secure the deed before anything.
I will say though, it'd be very weird if a volcano was to just suddenly appear out of Neverwinter forest. I will say that.
You do know that
Who does
happened
it?
once, right?
Sorry?
Do you guys not know your local history?
I don't know anything.
Technically,
I
my
have
local history is in Everland.
That mountain right there, Mount Hotenau? I'm not good at the pronunciation. Yeah, that's an inactive volcano. It exploded once.
Oh,
I lived in
In the-
Neverwinter for like a while and I didn't know that.
I
Points at
have
that
studied
thing there.
history.
right.
Points at that thing there.
I have studied a lot of history, but in my defense, I have been alive for less than a year.
Notice how this patch of trees is a different colour? That's because it all got burnt down from an eruption.
Do you know, I've always wondered that.
King is very
Oh.
studious.
For the
Volcano.
players here,
There
for
is
my
smoke
players,
coming out of it on the map.
It's
if you zoom in.
volcano.
For my players here, why did you think there was ash zombies in Thunder Tree?
True.
That's
didn't
part.
know
That's
that.
part.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
That makes so much more sense.
I know it out of character.
Zoom into the map and you can see it's a volcano.
It's got
I
smoke
know I
coming
can
from
see it now that you've pointed out that that's what it is. I just thought it was like
I'm
a cool map
I'm pretty
detail.
sure that volcano is the reason that massive fissure is on the map that Das uses.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So yeah, so Kika just
Oh.
points at the freaking volcano on the horizon and goes, "You mean that one?"
I don't
Also,
know.
there's a giant forge in Gauntlet Grim.
That's more of an elemental lore that's been put in a bottle, but yes.
Yeah, but where's the best place to put a forge? Where it's hot.
Oh, hello, you made it.
No.
I'm mimic.
I'm more than comfortable for Lo to have just showed up there. But also, for anyone who's curious, the race is called Neverwinter because of all the
heat.
active hot
Yeah.
energy underneath it. It literally
Fuck, I'm
cannot
learning a
have-
lot out of character
We
right
li-
now.
We literally
not
learned that
winter.
about 4 years ago, Kels.
I have deliberately learned as little as possible about
you
this
were
place.
100% there. We got told this in Storm Kings.
Yeah,
How
I
many years
actually-
ago?
Yes.
I knew this out of character. King was actually mentioning an active volcano. She didn't know there was an actual volcano. She knew there was a lot of thermal shit going around.
Yes,
Because it
there's-
is Neverwinter. It's very
There are
well known for its
spas
hot
in
springs.
Neverwinter, and they are the
Hot Springs
best-
episode, when?
If you just put your hand on the ground, it's slightly warm.
It
That's
cannot
everywhere
have
Ronaldo
winter.
goes.
So Kika's here just like, yeah. Volcano. Oh,
Right.
oh dear. Oh, there we are.
I
The
don't know.
news was too much for Nemo. He had to leave.
Back to volcano. I gotta go.
I'm helping
Okay,
with this
shall we continue, though?
conversation.
Yes.
On my way back, I wanna see if there's any food shops so I can buy like some picnic bits for the journey. I want to
Make
get
a-
pork pies. I want to get Scotch eggs, little sausage rolls, maybe some sandwiches.
Please make an investigation check.
With advantage because picnic.
The DC's lower. Not that low.
Ooh.
Alright, he's restarting.
Yeah, he's gonna get everything to restarts all day. Look, can I check? Carrick is with you guys right now as well, yeah?
I assume so.
I think so, yeah.
That's grand.
Albeit, shouldn't be. Should be resting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. If he remains that way, I will have words.
I'm pretty sure he has been following us.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bad smell right now. Not that kind of bad smell, but, there's something I want to tell all of you guys, but I can't do it here.
Okay, well, we're about to be not here.
Which is excellent.
Yeah, because we're about to be up in the sky.
Up in the sky, but I kind of been talking to Pika about this. Only people we both really trust are meant to know. And I trust you guys. But find a clearing or something in the wood as we go and park down and I'll show you guys. And make a lot more.
A lot more what?
You'll see.
Okay.
The entire time he was talking, he was holding Kika's hand.
Well, when Lo shows up, we'll head off.
I can see antlers in the distance. Bard, brother, is that you?
Hail, brother! I come bearing a message from the silver bird of the moon. Hi.
Also, honey, why don't you describe Lo's new outfit?
So, Lo has discarded some of the ripped clothes. He's a little bit less, scruffy. he,
I'm
looks,
back, by the way.
Hey!
he looks as if he's actually made an effort now. Not his fault, but there we go. He has an updated pair of trousers with braces. Still got the same waistcoat, which has still got a few scuffs on it. And he still has the same original scuffed coat. But he's just looking a little bit more made up. Not too fancy, but he's wearing it as if it is the fanciest thing that he's ever bought. So
Meanwhile, you can just
So
see,
smart.
oh, on top of his head, you can just see Puck there with the biggest smile on his face, pointing down at him like, progress!
You look
Well,
real nice.
sorta.
You look
Nearly
real
there.
nice. It's pretty.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I bought it all myself and I am stoked.
Excellent.
But first things first. Moonbeam bird.
Yeah.
Moonbeam bird?
Yeah.
She
I'm
found
not
it.
actually a bird. I was trying to be funny, but I don't know if I really succeeded.
You made him shoot himself.
Do you
Kinda.
know what I'm going for? It. You suppose you go to start a sentence and then immediately ends it.
Apologies for this this fella.
Oh no, he was very nice.
But yeah, do I? What do I do? Do I
Oh,
call,
okay.
call it
So
Moonbird or what do?
I'm still
Moonbeam
workshopping
bird?
names. I'll work on it and I'll get back to you. But so I'm not actually cursed by a witch. We need to go to Cragmore if you're up for monster hunting.
Sure.
Not just for me, not just for my reasons. And I do a brief bit of exposition about Wittix.
I
do the warrior of light.
Before we go, I might have done a thing.
Other than getting
Go to
cleaned
bed?
Um. Yeah. If
Are
if
you actively wanted right now? Or do we need to
No,
leave the
no,
city
no,
in a
no,
rush?
God, no. Or at least I hope
I
not. I
know a
haven't
few
heard
women
anything.
who want in. A few boys too.
Yeah. If if you hear anything regarding a antlered princess, just walk on by. It's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
No worries about that.
I mean, I'm going to worry extensively.
I'll talk to you later. But no, I thought it was a. No.
Off one of your little thorns. As you keep going, no fun.
Don't worry, it's a good thing. Made a lot of people happy.
Well, then why do you look like your heart's about to burst out your eyes?
I only realized it after the fact. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, someone on the whale.
Yeah, no. Well,
Renara's not back yet.
Just do the whole, throwing the crown thing. Yeah, just do that.
I don't know what that means.
I'll explain later. It's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Renara's like gently jogging towards the bridge and sees the whale get summoned off in the distance. Starts full on sprinting. Like, wait for me.
Come on, you're late, slowpoke.
Fuck, the bus is here. Fuck. Gotta go.
I'm gonna miss the bus.
That's my I got toast.
Sorry, I didn't find any picnic food, I assume, with my friend. That's fine.
sorry, buddy.
That's fine. This one is a Scotch egg.
Mood.
Oh.
Only I just ate a pork pie in real life. I was like, oh, I want picnic foods now.
Oh.
My fancy escapism can share this with me.
So good.
It was a cheese and pickle pork pie. It was the best thing.
Okay, right. Quickly, before I get hungry. Let's
You're
go.
already hungry, but we'll ignore that.
Let's get there. I'm out of breath. I'm sweating. I've been running in my breastplate
Good,
and
good.
carrying for. Just had to do some stuff. Okay. Are we going shopping before we go, or?
No, I thought you had done
I've already been shopping. Thank you very much.
Oh, I mean, I spent some money. We'll talk about it on the way.
Okay.
Everybody's just got stories today. Huh?
Yeah, everyone often had these magical adventures in the an hour since we last saw each other.
And then some.
Cool, great. On the whale?
And then one more. And then points and park.
Yeah, on the whale.
Everyone mounts the whale.
There was one more thing I thought of that I forgot I wanted to do. Too late.
Moon
Forgot.
whale
You sure?
loopy loo.
No,
moon
we're on the whale now.
loopy-doo.
Done. We're on the whale.
Time to
No,
on
it's
a
not.
magical journey on a magical whale.
I can only
Let's go.
imagine the pedestrian walkway, just seeing this group of people just standing here waiting. Like, what the hell are they just standing there for? And they just come down whale.
You can see a
Wait.
bunch of kids who are all looking at you guys from one of the bridges on the far side. The whale hits. They are drowned, but they're all 10-year-olds who all just go. "Woo!"
Like,
Oh, yeah.
the splash zone on any log flume, where it's like if you stand there, you'll get soaked.
The
I can't-
splash zone.
I
Within the
can't
splash
help.
zone.
I can't help but feel like Lo will be standing on the edge will just flourish Jack Sparrow style as it just go woo. Just go.
This is literally us in Final Fantasy when Nerins wants to go treasure hunting. we're all just waiting for him to summon the whale.
Get the fuck on! Let's go!
Yeah, all the guards just go
Leaves without
loyalty.
K.
Just look at you and go loyalty. So you have heard of me.
So you have heard of me,
Happens to
cool.
be in the fringes, so I can't fly.
And then, like, all I'm going through my mind right now, that we're on a whale, is just whale wash. You get to wheel of the wash.
You just hear from like a nearby pub. It's like someone goes out like, what is that? Like you hear from the distance, someone just like lurches their head out. Fucking adventurers again!
Yeah, valid.
Really making a name for ourselves here, huh?
So are we
I
going
don't know if
Good.
it's making a name or a reputation.
Not the same
Yeah,
thing.
Are we still going to Fandolin? What's the plan?
Okay, so I said this in my exposition when we did the camera prep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, yeah.
You begin expositioning as you float up and away.
First, we're gonna stop in a field, and then we're going to stop at a castle.
Correct.
More of a clearing in a in the woods. I want to
Yeah.
kind of get cover around everything.
Obscured from the road.
Yeah, that.
Gotcha.
Well, what's Bluebird? Bluebird.
So are you coming
Bluebird?
with us to the castle, or are you going back, or
Oh no, I'm coming with you guys.
to the castle?
Buddy, no. No, buddy.
Buddy, yes.
Buddy,
Wait,
no.
hold on. You're meant to be resting. Do your wings still work? Can you fly? We can just push you off.
Don't.
I'm not
Bird.
going to.
I'd almost
going
let you
to.
joke to do it,
That's
but
liable.
I'd almost let you joke to do it, but it makes a lot more sense if I don't have to do anything until the end.
I mean, you could just tell us now, and then we can just drop you back off
It's
in the
better, probably better if we're on the ground.
Okay, well,
Let's go.
We maybe want to inform that we're going
Oh, fuck, that was the other
to
thing. I wanted to
royalty.
I think they'll probably know. The castle's pretty high up and we're flying a giant whale.
Yeah, someone will probably tell them immediately, like one of the guards will say, we saw the whale fly off.
Also, I think it'd be fairly awkward to turn a whale around.
I mean, we can't exactly go speak to them because you can't go in where they are unless you have direct permission, and you can't get direct permission unless you go talk to them, but we can't talk to them
It's
because
possibly
we don't
best
have
they don't know
direct
exactly
permission.
where we're going anyway. We've
Um,
had a lot of information leak at them recently, it seems.
Ash, question. There was a second thing that I forgot to do, that if you would allow it, I would like to retcon it back into I actually did that thing.
You mean like I tried to do when you got on the whale? You said no, it's fine.
No, that's a different thing, and I'm happy to leave that, because that is something that Renata would forget.
Okay.
I want to go to wherever our horses are, and our cart, and find whoever's dealing with that stable, whoever's in charge, and pay them an amount of money for like next week or two, just to take
100
care.
gold and they'll all be covered.
Done. I don't care how much it is.
No, our horses are in Port Lass being looked after by the mayor because we flew to Neverwinter on the
And
whale.
why they?
I was about to say,
Sweet. Don't do that. I forgot.
They're being looked
don't do
after.
that. I forgot where they were. I spent half hour looking for the horses.
Godspeed for you actually doing admin though, because we weren't gonna.
Kay's always in charge of admin.
For reference, the other thing I was going to do was find a gem cutter and cut the diamonds down to size so they could be used for individual reses.
Spells,
But I
right.
forgot, so that's not getting done.
And that would take a while to do as well.
You want a 500 gold
So,
res?
so you're leveling
Need
up
the
your, you're leveling up your goldsmith, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
basically, yeah. I'm doing what Codes will never do.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Right,
Ignore that.
we
No
find a
more other
clearing. So I'm
After a
curious.
while of flying overhead, eventually you see like one's clearing it, and it's too small. Another one. Eventually,
Sorry, what?
stuff. Too small.
you make your way through until you find one.
Kika looks over and does actually just sort of go, now you're being obnoxious.
Okay.
Okay, it's just sort of like, while they've been flying, instead of just sitting in awkward silence, Kika's just like she's kind of just sort of like tumbling out of her, like she feels really bad, and she says multiple times that she feels really bad, but it's basically just like, So we haven't told you this thing because we've always been told when we were little that it had to be secret, and it was because of our parents told us it was a secret. So you can kind of understand that we really didn't want to go against that. But with everything happening
Bluebird,
and chaos, please don't be angry at us. But you have to understand that we had to keep it secret, and please don't freak out.
Breathe. We're not gonna freak out. I mean, if this is a family thing that I think I should know, the whole thingy, then it's fine.
I'm overthinking this because at the end of the day, it's Kayak's thing, but I felt really bad, and I feel like I've maybe pressured him into this a little bit. But you say you're okay with it, and
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Right. Before we start.
Yes.
Right. Before we start, Bluebird and Blow will just suddenly go, hug. Okay? Hug. 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 You got this. We understand. Okay?
But do you?
Well, we will. Well, we will once you say it.
Eventually, the whale kind of spirals to land into the clearing. Give me perception checks, everyone.
Wisdom, a stat I famously have.
I am occupied. I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
Oh god.
Alright,
geez,
I got
okay.
work to do.
How did this shit come about?
I'm thinking too many consecutive thoughts.
Lo and King, keeping an eye out. There isn't anything that's watching you guys. You guys seem to be in.
So I
Have we
boosted
light
a
up
D20
light?
for nothing? Ah! Fine.
At least we are sure.
It is something to know there's nothing.
Yeah.
They might have
That's
saw
actually
you
very.
looking.
Arguably, that's very
And ran.
valuable.
Let's see. Characters. Can I just check? Posey, didn't you have a note about like the family tree and everything else?
Oh, yeah, but I
She
kind of look at Kika.
she already knows that we're not actually related.
But you're not.
Yeah, this is news to the rest of the party.
Yeah, I know this, but apart from... But yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's the first part of all this.
I feel betrayed.
Oh, don't worry. It's only going to get worse. Or better. Who knows? I'm not her biological brother, but I've been around her ever since she was born. I treat them as my parents as well. They love me, even though I was more or less given as a gift to them by Smoshi. As he just begins taking a step back with his hands like clasped around.
He was still an egg, and he didn't have anywhere to go, so Samoshi asked Mom and Dad.
And in the feathered wings close around before exploding out, and they get much wider and wider as the golden speckle changes to a more brassy color. And there stands Kairk, a young brass dragon, and that's where we're ending the session.
Good night, everybody.
Good
There's a
night,
fucking
everybody!
dragon.